SparkBrain, Kids Learning Channel.
Jack and the Beanstalk. Once upon a time, there was a poor boy named Jack, who lived with his mother in a small cottage on the edge of a village. They were so poor that they had only one cow, which they milked every day to sell the milk in the market. One day, the cow stopped giving milk, and they had nothing to sell. They were both worried, and didn't know what to do. One evening, Jack's mother asked him to sell the cow at the market the next day. She hoped to get a good price for it, so they could have some money to buy food. Early the next morning, Jack started walking to the market with the cow. On the way, he met a strange old man, who offered to buy the cow for 5 magic beans. Jack was hesitant at first, but the old man convinced him that these were no ordinary beans, and that they would bring him good fortune. Jack decided to take a chance, and traded the cow for the 5 magic beans. When he returned home, his mother was furious. She threw the beans out of the window, and sent Jack to bed without supper. The next morning, when Jack woke up, he looked out of the window, and saw an enormous beanstalk that had grown overnight from the magic beans. The beanstalk was so tall that he couldn't see the top of it. Jack was curious, so he decided to climb the beanstalk to see where it led. As Jack climbed higher and higher, the air grew colder, and the ground below became smaller and smaller. Finally, he reached the top, and found himself in a magical land above the clouds. There, he met a giant who owned a castle, and a hen that laid golden eggs. The giant was initially hostile towards Jack, and chased him around the castle, but Jack managed to escape with the hen. Jack was overjoyed with his newfound wealth, and returned home with the golden egg-laying hen. His mother was delighted, and they became the richest family in the village. However, their newfound wealth did not go unnoticed. The giant, furious at Jack for stealing his prized possession, followed him back down the beanstalk to the village. Jack and his mother saw the giant coming, and quickly chopped down the beanstalk with an axe, causing the giant to fall to his death. From that day on, Jack and his mother lived happily ever after with the riches they had gained from the hen's golden eggs. They used their wealth to help the less fortunate in the village, and never forgot the lessons they had learned. They knew that they were blessed to have such fortune, and they always remembered to be grateful for what they had. And as for the magic beans, they proved to be worth their weight in gold. Jack and his mother realized that sometimes the greatest treasures can come from the most unexpected places. The moral of Jack and the Beanstalk is that hard work and honesty are the keys to success. Jack's willingness to take a risk with the magic beans was rewarded, but it was his hard work in climbing the beanstalk and outsmarting the giant that allowed him to become wealthy. Additionally, Jack's honesty and gratitude helped him to appreciate his newfound wealth and share it with others. The story also emphasizes the importance of being careful about who you trust, and the consequences of making impulsive decisions without thinking things through. Overall, the story encourages children to be brave, work hard, and appreciate the blessings in their lives. The end.